everybody, it's your boy GoldenVolt, and I am back again with another Madden 19 video, and today I'm going to be going over the Week 2 Team of the Week that just dropped today. I'm going to talk about the set players, the heroes, the packs, the solos, and everything you need to know about Week 2 Team of the Week, so let's get right into it. EA actually tweeted out the Team of the Week players last night, and I think only one changed due to Monday Night Football. I don't know if that's going to be a thing they do moving forward, but these Team of the Week players actually did come out pretty early in a blog. So as you can see, we have the offensive hero as Patrick Mahomes, and the defensive player as Melvin Ingram. So Patrick Mahomes was actually the one we predicted in our video a couple days ago, and I'm actually surprised EA went through with it. Like I said, they just came out with the 86 like less than a week ago, so giving him the 90 was well deserved, but kind of unexpected in my opinion. But I'm glad they did it because, like I said, 6 touchdowns is definitely worth a new upgrade. And here are all the set pieces. Let's start with the golds. We have Elijah Lee, Tavon Austin, he actually has 91 speed, I'll show you guys that really soon. Kiko Alonso, Tyler Boyd for the golds. Then moving on to the elites, we have Darius Leonard, Matt Breida, Derwin James, who has a rookie premier card, and Keelan Cole. And then for the high elites, we have Ricardo Allen, Andy Dalton, Prince Amukamara, which is actually the card that got changed from Monday Night Football. I think this was originally Danielle Hunter from the Vikings, and they switched it out last night. And 85 Deshaun Jackson, who got back-to-back Team of the Week cards. Like most low overall Team of the Week cards, none of these are super usable, but I'll show you the ones I think can actually start on a team, starting with 77 Tavon Austin. He can definitely give you depth on the outside if you motion him out to receiver, especially on those last-minute plays where you just need to chuck it deep and pray. He's only a 77 overall halfback, but he actually has 91 speed, which is tied for one of the highest speeds in Ultimate Team. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the highest one goes up to like a 92, 93, so 91 speed for 5.8k is definitely a steal. And even if you don't want to use him online, I'm thinking about getting him for my team, specifically for solos that are like, you know, run for 60 yards in the first play, run for 75 yards in the first play, just doing pitches with Tavon Austin and definitely grinding solos out that way. Very similar feeling with Matt Breida, obviously a little bit more expensive, but he also has 90 speed at the running back position, so one less. With the combination of 90 speed, 89 excel, and 86 agility, he's actually a pretty decent card to have as a backup and even as a kick returner. Also, we have 81 Derwin James, like I said earlier, who is a rookie premier player. So if you did the rookie premier set at Madden 18, this one upgrades for free. Very much similar to the Denzel Ward from last week. He's an 81 overall and has pretty decent stats as a backup. 6'3", which is really good height for a safety. 86 speed, which is pretty nice, along with 86 hit power. So this is not a card I would start on my team right now, but I think as he gets more upgrades throughout the year, he's going to be a really nice item by the end of the year. Keelan Cole was an item that I was excited to see him get, but I was a little bit disappointed with the stats. So I don't know if you saw the game. He had probably one of the greatest catches in NFL history, and they only gave him 76 spectacular catch. I know he's only an 81, but I don't think it would hurt to maybe lower all of his other stats just to boost that one. Even on the back of the card, it says Cole made an unbelievable one-handed catch, an early play of the year candidate. So with that being said, I just wish they gave him a spectacular catch boost, even if it wasn't that big of a deal. I just think it would be cool to see the moment translated into the statistics, if that makes sense. Ricardo Allen was another card I'm not super impressed with. 86 speed is decent. With him just being a little bit shorter and having no other stats that matter, this card would never see the field for me. He will definitely only be used as a set piece. I think Andy Dalton's actually a pretty decent budget card if you're going no money spent. You can see him here compared to 90 overall Drew Brees. Obviously more of an athlete, a little bit quicker, probably more agility, acceleration, stuff like that. His throw power is only a little bit lower. Granted, the throw power on Drew Brees here is actually like a 91 due to his chemistries, but it's not showing it. His accuracy stats are okay, except for deep accuracy is really poor. And his throw on the run is actually only one less than Drew Brees, so definitely a decent card if you're running a lower price quarterback. Obviously not somebody that I would use, or I think the majority of decent teams would use, but again, if you're looking to save on coins, Andy Dalton's definitely a good option there. I think Prince Amukamara is very average. Again, I don't think he should ever be on anybody's decent team. 87 speed isn't that great for a cornerback. 88 excel, 90 agility is pretty good, but all of his coverage stats aren't very impressive at all. So Prince Amukamara is definitely a no for me this week. And Deshaun Jackson, who's actually currently leading the NFL in reception yards, as we all expected, actually has a pretty decent card. 88 speed, again, I think is way too low. If you're going to give a 91 speed to Tavon Austin, I think you can give Deshaun Jackson a 91 as well. I don't think it would hurt them to give him a 90 or a 91 speed and keep his card at an 85. 86 catching's okay, 80 catching traffic's pretty poor, along with 84 spec catch. And his route running's not that great, but again, his card is supposed to be used as a burner. Very decent card. I just think he could have bumped his speed a little bit. Next, let's take a look at 90 overall right end Melvin Ingram from the Chargers. He got 1.5 sacks against the Bills, which is impressive, but it's the Bills. Let's not humor ourselves. The thing that I like most about this card is the speed and excel at 77 and 83. Very very good athletic right end. Again, with being an athlete, he has 93 finesse move, which is super high, probably the highest for any defensive end in the game. But on the other end, that makes his power move suffer a little bit at only 84, but still usable as a secondary trait. 87 block shed and 88 play rec. I definitely really like this card. Obviously a lot better than Chris Jones. They're very different. Maybe if you're running a 4-3, I'd recommend Melvin Ingram. Not that you ever would, but he actually has 53 zone coverage if you want to drop him into a zone compared to the 25 zone coverage from Chris Jones. So in the end, do I think 90 overall Melvin Ingram was deserving of the Team of the Week hero? I don't really think so, but to be fair, I don't think any other defensive player did, especially the ones on a winning team, so I'll take a 90 overall Melvin Ingram, and I'm actually really considering picking him up for the team. Now moving on to the flashy pick, the 90 overall Patrick Mahomes, leading the NFL in touchdowns in the first 3 NFL games. Don't get me wrong, this card is decent, but I think they still did him dirty on a lot of stats. 76 speed is pretty low for Patrick Mahomes. He's not known as a scrambler, but he was definitely a quarterback who breaks out of the pocket and runs, especially in college, and just to give him a couple notches of speed over Andy Dalton, I think is pretty disrespectful. I think something like a 78, 79 speed would have sufficed. Throw power is obviously amazing. With chemistries, can get the highest throw power in the game. His short and medium accuracy isn't that great, but his deep accuracy is an 83, which is actually a lot higher than I thought they'd give him. And if you compare this card to the 86 that came out last week, this accuracy stats got boosted 3 or 4 for each category, which is super awesome. His throw under pressure is really low, and I think throw under pressure is actually a pretty important stat this year. I've used quarterbacks who have low throw under pressure, and they just throw ducks as soon as somebody's breaking the pocket at all, so that's something to think about. Maybe you can break the pocket with him, run outside so he doesn't have defenders in his face. Maybe he'll hit throws more that way, but 80 throw under pressure is a little bit low for me, but definitely would not convince me to not get this card, if that makes sense. His 80 throw under pressure would not prohibit me from buying this card. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. An 89 throw on the run is super great, probably one of the best for the quarterback position. Overall, I think the stats might be a little bit underwhelming for Patrick Mahomes considering how he's been playing, but you also have to take into account it's still only week 2, it's only a 90 overall. Very soon that's going to be overshadowed by a lot of 92, 93, 95 quarterbacks, and this card's going to look pretty decent then anyways, so the more and more we go into the year, I'm sure he's going to have a 99 overall soon enough. And one more thing I wanted to touch on before I end the video is if you did do the 86 Patrick Mahomes, unfortunately right now there's no way to get him to the 90, there's no power-up set, there's no upgrade set. Making there an upgrade path from the 86 to the 90 Team of the Week was definitely something I'm going to be pushing EA to do because the 86 was so expensive to do a set because Rising Stars are just expensive as it is. And I think if you just do that card and then you see this card come out, that's super disappointing. Obviously you can't start both in the same position because you can't have 2 of the same players on your team, so even if you wanted Patrick Mahomes to be a backup, you could not start Team of the Week Pat Mahomes, which does suck, so hopefully that's something EA thinks about in the future and maybe makes an upgrade path for something like that. But as of now, if you did the 86 Patrick Mahomes, unfortunately you were just stuck with him. So yeah guys, that is going to be it for the Team of the Week Week 2 review. I think a solid week nonetheless, maybe a little bit underwhelming for some of the hero stats, but again it's only week 2, and for it being so early in the year, I'll take 2 90 overall heroes and some decent budget beasts in the set cards. Guys, let me know down in the comments if you're planning on picking up any of these guys. You want to get Melvin Ingram for your team, you want to get Patrick Mahomes, or maybe you want to get a budget beast like Tavon Austin or Matt Breida. Let me know. I'm super interested to see who you guys are going to be adding to the team. If you do like these promo reviews, make sure you leave a like. I do Team of the Week reviews every single week, and I will continue to do them for every new program that comes out. So if you're not already subscribed to join the Volt Squad, thank you guys so much for 1.5K. I'm hoping to break 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year in December, so if you wouldn't mind subscribing, it would mean the world to me. And yeah guys, hopefully you did enjoy the Team of the Week Week 2, and looking forward to see what the next NFL week brings us. Until next time guys, it's been Volt. I'll catch you on the sticks. Later.
Make the ground shake.